There were two bakers in a lovely town. Although both of them were friends, their baking skills and ideas were different. Cake masters from all parts of the country would come to this festival every year. These two talented friends decided to join this festival. The baker whose cake was chosen best for given award at the end of the festival. The baker Tom was such an idealist and contemporary. On the contrary, Gavin was a person who thought that he could be the first by using his skills. Tom was going to improve himself and would do the best cake until the festival. He consulted several bakers who came into the town for the festival and wanted from them to teach him traditional cakes from their region. They gave him some recipes and Tom thanked them. After that, he started to work on. He tried every recipe, but every time something went wrong. After his difficult cake attempts in the kitchen, he left himself on the couch tiredly. At the same time, his grandmother went to the kitchen and saw him under the weather and said to him, "Spill the beans, Tom. I'm trying to find the best cake for the festival, but I hit the right button. I made up my mind. I'm quitting." Grandmother was seeing him that sad and hopeless for the first time, but she knew how ambitious he was. She understood that all he needs is a little bit motivation, and she tried to encourage him. "You shouldn't lose your heart, Tom. I know your cakes are good enough to win the festival. Don't give up trying. No matter how many times you failed, if you don't give up, you can achieve. Remember, no pain, no gain." Tom was moved by his grandmother's words. "You're right, grandmother. I will try again and I will succeed, no matter what happens." When grandmother left the kitchen with a smile, Tom immediately sat in. He had already lost too much time. Time is cash, he thought, and continued to try. At the end of the day, he was sitting in a bunch of unsuccessful cakes, and this he had, the fruit of all that effort on his hands. Finally, he succeeded it. Now, all he had to do was wait, and he went to see how Gavin was doing. When Tom came to Gavin's house, he saw him lying on his bed. Maybe he was tired because he was trying to make a cake. Gavin smiled and hugged him when he saw him. "Hey, Tom, how are you?" "I'm very good, Gavin. I struggled all day to find the perfect cake and I succeeded. So how will you participate in the competition?" "Of course, I will make one of the cakes I know. Traditional ones are always better. I'm sure I will win the competition. I don't think simple cakes will be enough to win. You can prepare a new taste by working too. Come on, Tom, I know the recipe for the most delicious cakes. What's the point of wasting time on a new cake?" "So be it. But I think the new cakes will attract more attention. We'll see. Goodbye then." When the day of the competition came, many small stands were set up in the festival area. Master cooks were waiting for the jury in their places with colorful cakes. When Tom came, he met Gavin with the cakes next to him. Gavin had cooked one of the best-known cakes because he thought there was no need to take risks and waste time. This cake was enough to first place. After a while, the judges who came to their stands began to taste the cakes. After a few hours, all the cakes were tested and all the competitors were waiting to hear the name of the champion. Gavin's stand was next to Tom's and he thought he would win. After a while, judges announced the winner of the competitors. "Congratulations to all the competitors. The winner is..." All the viewers held their breath and the judge said, "Tom Cakeman." Gavin was quite surprised and shook hands with Tom. "You're right, Tom. I've learned that sometimes it's good to try new things. I missed about that time, but I would win next time. I'm so excited. Maybe I'll show you some new recipes." "That sounds great."